watching the music video, there wasn't really a lot of parallels that I could draw with other things and themes in K-pop, which is a rarity because, hi, my name's Angelina and I'm annoying. Hi, welcome. So in today's video, we are going to be discussing the much requested topic about why Momoland's thumbs up is so familiar. And yes, it has to do with Mamamoo's hip, but I have my own opinions about that. So let's just actually get right into it. Actually, I'm going to stop you right there to remind you to subscribe to this channel and click that bell to be notified. And if you'd like to help the algorithm, then please comment on this video and share it with friends you don't have. Or if that's too much, you can just pick another one of my videos right after you're done with this one. So I've been told a lot in my comment section, please talk about Momoland and Mamamoo's songs because they are quite similar. And I did see like a little clip on Instagram of the songs side by side and I was like, wow, this sounds so similar. How, like, is this real? Like, how is this really a thing? Like, how did Momoland so blatantly copy hip? But then I actually listened to the whole damn song to realize that it's actually just like the smallest little part that really, you know, in the grand scheme of the whole song, isn't really that reminiscent of hip. And to be quite honest, had no one told me about the similarity with hip, I probably wouldn't have come to this conclusion on my own. But yes, of course, if you listen very close and if you put the specific audio clips side by side, yeah, it does sound quite similar. But from a legal point of view, this isn't copying because they have indeed sampled the same song. So from the research I've done, actually you guys have told me this whole saxophone sound is actually Sounds of Kashmir Volume 3. And I'm also going to link a video below that shows this off much better, and they show, you know, the original sample, but they also give examples of other samples that have been used in other songs that you may know. So definitely go check it out. It'll be in the link below. Okay, so on my end, I'm going to show you the two little clips side by side of Mamamoo's hip and Momoland's thumbs up, just so that you can hear the similarity, and then we can talk about a little bit why it's kind of blown out of proportion. Of course they're similar, they're sampling the same song, but if you listen to the songs in their entireties, you know, they have very much different feels. And if we look at thumbs up versus hip, we definitely see very different concepts as well. So thumbs up for me is like this electro-centric, eccentric with hits of second gen K-pop, while Mamamoo's hip is more hip. It still has elements of second gen K-pop, don't get me wrong, but it feels a little bit more modernized, if that makes sense. Momoland's thumbs up is kind of like just this throwback, it feels like. And I actually quite like it. I know that Momoland get a lot of hate because, like, all their songs are the same. I don't disagree with that statement, but I also don't think it has to be something inherently bad. I think there are a lot of groups that have a specific sound to them, and they do the same thing over and over again to create this sense of familiarity. I just think with Momoland, they kind of get shit on a lot for it. And I'm not entirely sure why, because my faves sure as hell have done it too and still continue to actually. Actually, my faves don't even have comebacks anymore. Every single one of them. But I'd definitely be interested in knowing why you guys think Momoland gets a lot of hate for something that I think a lot of groups are kind of guilty of. And I mean, quite honestly, before even thinking about hip, Thumbs Up actually reminds me a lot of their older songs. So I'm So Hot, Bam Boom. You will only get that reference if you were on my New Year's live stream. So admittedly, I don't know Momoland's entire discography, but I have heard their most popular songs. And I can agree that they have a certain sound that is unique to them. They tend to have this repetitive dance beat for a chorus, a rap part that seems to be consistent throughout all the songs, and just overall, I feel like their songs can be kind of remixed together and be very cohesive, if that makes sense. So yeah, rather than Thumbs Up reminding me of hip, which it does a little bit, admittedly, I mean, the saxophone part is quite similar, but it's not similar to a point where if I'm listening to Thumbs Up, I'm thinking of hip. Or if I'm listening to hip, I'm thinking of Thumbs Up. I don't think they're like similar in that sense. I just think that little part is very reminiscent of it. But you know, the whole rest of the song to me is just very different. I just had deja vu, however the fuck you want to pronounce it. Nothing is real. Everything is a lie. Do you ever get that feeling? I read that it's just your brain tricking you into thinking that something is familiar to you when it's not. I don't buy that. And quite frankly, you know, watching the music video, there wasn't really a lot of parallels that I could draw with other things and themes in K-pop, which is a rarity because, hi, my name's Angelina and I'm annoying. I love pointing out similarities, but to be honest, I felt this was kind of fresh and it was kind of like new, but still kind of a throwback, but still not too much of a throwback where you're like, okay, it reminds me of this, 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 and this. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Absolutely not. I like to make these series to kind of normalize that. You're gonna see things in K-pop that remind you of other things, and it doesn't have to always be a case of this group copied that group. I mean, people will probably tell you that I just like talking shit. That's true too. But this comeback definitely gives me second gen vibes. And specifically these black sparkly dresses and the pink boots. And I couldn't put my finger on it, but then I read this comment saying it reminds them of Girls' Generation Paparazzi. And I was like, yes, definitely black and pink together. Not my favorite colors, admittedly, but I like it in this context. So now let's move on to my little review of the song. And then we're going to read some of your comments regarding this whole situation because I feel like it's been blown out of proportion. I don't know. But then again, I'm making a video about it. So this whole post office theme is cute as hell. And I appreciate Momoland for going there. I just find like girl crush is super common, and maybe I'm more than willing to admit that, you know, my scope of K-pop is like very limited because I'm very much stuck in the past. But I feel like, you know, girl groups especially is very much like girl crush centric. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but I do love, you know, cutesy and matchy things, and I feel like that was a lot more common in second gen. And just seeing like a few of their music show performances, I'm already very much excited to see like what else they come up with. And I do want to address something. So I do know that Momoland has been going through a lot recently. I don't know 100% about this story, but I know Jessica Viva does. And she's a fellow Parrot person and I trust her. So you can definitely go check out some of her videos about the subject if you want to learn more about like what happened to Momoland. So I'll leave the links in the description. Parrot people just have to stick together. Okay, so now we are going to read some comments. So, I mean, the only part I can hear that's similar is the saxophone and maybe the beat. But other than that, I think people just want to cause drama. Fair enough. The last time I made a video like this, it caused my 8th scandal. And it was pretty bad because people were saying that I said that EXO were copying BTS, and how could I say that when EXO is all-knowing and almighty and could never ever copy anyone? Because apparently Chris floated in the 2012 Mamamoo music video, even though he jumped off a building and wasn't really floating, but like whatever, go off. And I do understand that sometimes these thumbnails and these titles are totally like risque, like, oh my god, how could you say that something is familiar? I've never accused anyone of copying anyone except for 21. Anyways, I digress. I don't know where I was going with that. I probably cut most of it out. Oh, this is the person that told me about the paparazzi thing, so nothing wrong with riding a trend. The song is fun and it seems like their fans like it. My personal favorite part of the comeback is their outfits with the knee-high pink boots. It reminds me of Girls' Generation pink elbow-length gloves from the paparazzi performance version music video, and I'm living for it. Absolutely. I have to say, my favorite part is actually, you know, Mamamoo, hot, issue. I don't know why. That part is really cute and I really like it. Why does it remind me of Suga's Syndrome? Which is another thing. Can anyone explain to me why this gives me Syndrome vibes while simultaneously not being similar to Syndrome in any way, shape, or form? Please tell me. Don't tell Mark Lee that we're talking about Syndrome. She will block me in return of having blocked her on Twitter. So we have, I don't think they sound similar and the concepts are different, so I don't really get it. Don't care. I'm more concerned about Momoland being 6 now. Fair enough. So yeah, that's basically all I had to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click that bell to be notified. And if you'd like to help sustain this channel, again, I will reiterate, picking another one of my videos after this one genuinely helps you not support terrible YouTubers. Anyways, comment of the day or meme of the day, I haven't chosen yet, goes to this lovely individual. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.